let's get started. Feet are underneath of your hips or slightly wider. Hands are in that genie position. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna rotate to the right. We're gonna lift that knee as we exhale and rotate over to the left. So, we're just warming up here, warming up that waist. Inhaling and exhaling, using those muscles, rotating the spine, lifting your legs so you got some good balance here. Don't rush through this, right? It's easier to rush, to go speedy, to use momentum. I don't want you doing that. I want you to really control and focus on those muscles. Last one. Go ahead, plant that left foot right next to the right. Narrow squat down, step it out to your right. Narrow squat out to your left. So we're gonna make sure we're sitting back. Our weight's in our heels. We're squeezing that bum. Lifting our chest up nice and tall. And now we can add a little pace with this once we've got that form. Good. I'm gonna show you from the side. This is where we are. We're low, but the chest is up. Our belly is pulled in. We're not sucking it in, but we're pulling it in. We're protecting that low back, and we're really working those booties, those quads. Good. Let's take one more. Go ahead, stop right here. Hold. You are in what in yoga we call a chair pose. You're sitting back. You're squeezing your inner thighs towards each other. You're squeezing your tush, pulling your belly in, lifting your chest. Come all the way up. Whew. Hands come back to genie position. Separate those feet. We're going to the other side. So let's rotate to the left. Lift that right knee. Come down. Rotate, lift. Exhale, right there. When we exhale, we tighten up that core, right? That's gonna help us balance. You will hear me most of the time cueing to exhale as we move against gravity. So here, we're lifting that leg up against gravity. That's my exhale. 2 more. Try and keep those hips forward and move through your middle. Last one, feet come together. Let's take that low squat. Here we go, side to side. Step it out. And we'll just move with this. Staying down nice and low, never coming all the way up. Lifting, wiggling those toes. Good form. Good, keep it going. All right, let's do this one more time, each side. When you're done, you're gonna hold in that low, narrow squat right here, sitting down. A little lower, belly in, tailbone tucked, chest lifted. Squeeze that booty, slide those knees back. Make sure you can see your toes. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, let's come all the way up to standing. We're gonna stand now on our left leg. Our right leg will come back. We're gonna extend those arms forward and find a balancing position. So flex your foot, rotate your right hip down, use your exhale, come up, pull your knee through. Lift with your belly. Inhale, lengthen out nice and long. Exhale, come on up and lift. So here I really want you to focus on that breath. I don't want you moving quickly. I want you moving slow and with control. If lifting that leg, right, is just too much, we can tap it back, right? We can tap it in and then lift. We have options, even coming to a wall or something and pushing into it and getting a nice lift, and then coming up. So when we reach, I really would like for you to keep that chest parallel to the ground. All right, so we're not opening up. And then we're gonna exhale, we're gonna lift through, we're gonna hold right here. Hands come behind your head. Let's step right foot forward. We're in a lunging position. Left knee drops down. We're gonna exhale, rotate, and press back. We're gonna stay on this side. So this, right now, left leg, right, is our supporting leg. And then we're pushing up with the right leg. All the way down. Rotate all the way back. So inhale forward, Exhale to rotate and press back. The inhale is on the forward. The exhale is through the rotation and back to start. Dropping down, railroad track your feet. If your feet are too narrow, you're gonna find it harder to balance, right? So you wanna imagine you're on railroad tracks, you're not on a balance beam. Let's take one more on this side. Down you go, exhale, come back. Here we go, we're back in center. We're setting up again. This time standing on that right leg. Left leg will extend. Arms will go forward. We'll flex that foot. And then we'll exhale and pull in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to pull in. So when I come into this position, not only am I working my core because I'm balancing, but I'm squeezing right back here. Right? I'm working that glute. And I'm getting a nice stretch and working my hamstring and my glute on that supporting leg on the way back. So similar to a deadlift, except we're not going down. We're reaching, but we're getting that whole backside, that whole posterior chain. And then pull in on that exhale. Really let your abs lift up here. Good. We got one more after this. And on the last one, we're gonna hold that knee lifted right in front. Here you go, hold that knee lifted, hands behind your head. Let's step that left foot forward. Get on your railroad tracks, drop that knee down, tap the floor, rotate, come back. So, maybe you drop and tap, right? Maybe you just hover a little bit, or maybe going that low just isn't good for you. It bothers your knees, or you don't have the strength to get all the way back up. You're working into that, that is good. Whatever you're doing, right, you're doing it. So let's go. We got 4 more like this. 4 more. Here we go, 3. Inhale, drop, exhale. Here is your last one. All the way back, and we rotate, and we're back where we started. All right, I'm gonna face you just so you can see what I'm doing next. I'm gonna focus on my right glute. So, I'm mirroring you. I'm gonna call this my right leg. All right, I'm gonna take my left leg. I'm gonna drop it behind in my curtsy squat. So I might even tap the ground. But to do that, it's because I'm bending, not because I'm folding, because I'm bending into this good squat. Just like that, chest is up. We're gonna come down, hands behind the head. We're gonna exhale, we're gonna lift. Here's a side bend this time. So before we rotated, now we side bend. We inhale down, we exhale and side bend. Woo, almost lost it there. All the way, get nice and low, push up through the heel. I feel this right now. Yeah, it's turning on. I should not feel anything, hopefully, in my knees. Hopefully this is your glute, right? You're sitting back. You're keeping your body up nice and tall. And there we go. There's that waist. Work those obliques. Ooh. 2 more, and then we're just gonna switch this to the other side. Nothing fancy in between. Come on up, plant that foot down. Take those hands back behind your head. Here we go. Set it up, get your form the first time, drop down, exhale up, bend. Not rotate, bend. Lift. Woo. So I'm finding it a little harder to balance there. So a couple things. When you start to feel like you're losing your balance, the first thing I want you to do is really find something to focus on. And then I want you to think about really using your breath. Exhaling to lift yourself up. Deepening that breath. Engaging that entire core. Belly in. 3 more, ladies and gents, if you're there. 2. Here's our last one. Woo! All right. So here we go. We're moving down. So I'm going to have you come down into a nice low squat. Plant your hands down and step your feet back into a plank. Your knees are either up or you might drop them down. Here's the important thing. Wherever you are, shoulders over or slightly in front of wrists. When we're back here, It's easier on this, but we're pushing into the arms, we're pushing into the shoulders. Not good, right? It doesn't end up feeling good in the long run. Doing that over time, you end up with some shoulder issues. So in this particular move, I want you to hug your arms right in tight to your body, elbows pointing upward like you would if you're in yoga in chaturanga. You're gonna hit the ground. When you get there, you're gonna flip to the tops of your feet and lift your hands and your legs up. So we're strengthening that back. We're gonna exhale, curl balls of butt, press into the hands and come up. So that's the top half of a push-up. All right, inhale, lower down, nice and slow. Lift on up, and then use that exhale to come all the way back up. Nice, slow, deep breathing. Take a big breath in and lift. Exhale, up you go. Lower, 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 lower. Big breath in to lift. Exhale, come on up. So as you lift, hands stay right next to the chest, shoulder blades squeeze towards each other. I want that gaze towards the top of your mat. So your neck, your spine, from the top all the way to your tailbone is nice and long. No looking down and crunching, right? And then also, exhale, come up, no looking up. One more time, all the way down. Let's lift and squeeze. Let's come back and press back into a downward facing dog. So just take a moment and adjust yourself. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Arms are a little wider than shoulder width apart. I want you to bend your elbows out to the side. And then I want you to roll them in and forward. So you're dialing those elbow creases forward. You're gonna feel your lat muscles engaged to protect your shoulders. Now press your chest back towards your thighs. Take a big breath in, lift your right leg up behind you. On the exhale, slide into your plank and bring your right knee to your left elbow. Go ahead, send that back. Do it again. Slide forward. Send it back. Slide forward. Send it back. Good. Exhale. Send it back. 4 more. 4. Send it back. 3, hold, try and really get towards that elbow. Exhale, bring it over. Here's your last one. You're gonna bring it across. You're gonna send it back. And we're just gonna take a moment here to rest in a child's pose before we go to the other side. So forehead to the ground, toes together, knees apart. Take a little breath in. As you exhale, come up into your tabletop position. Go ahead, curl to the balls of those feet. Press back, find that good down dog. Adjust your arms, engage your back muscles, protect your shoulders. Let's lift that left leg up. Slide into your plank, bring the knee to the elbow, send it back. We got 8 of these. We're gonna exhale, slide forward. We're gonna inhale, slide back and stretch. Exhale, slide forward. Inhale, slide back. Nice and slow and controlled. Rest if you need it. You have 3 more. Get that good deep stretch and really try and bring that knee across. Exhale, 2. Here is our last one. Woo! Send that leg back and up and then plant it down. Child's pose. So that is what I had for you today. You can go back and you can do all that again if you want. We got ourselves a good body weight, strengthening some good abs in there. And we also stretched things out while we did it. So thanks for